Hi, my name's Jeff Tedesco. I'm president and owner of ReadyToPlay. First, I want to thank you for using our service to rip all of your CDs. We're just a few minutes away from you having them available and in iTunes or whatever software program you want. This video is a tutorial on how to set up your NAS, how to administrate it, and how to bring the files into iTunes from your NAS. First of all, you should have received a box with a network attached storage, a NAS. This is a Seagate Black Armor. We also have a Buffalo drive. Yours may have been a different model, a Buffalo or other form, product. The Buffalo is often a much smaller box in a 2-drive configuration. This NAS here has 4 drives. Yours may only have 2. It may only have 1. But they all act and behave the same. A NAS is a storage device, a set of disk drives that operate on your network. And if I look on the back here, you'll see that it's powered and it's connected by Ethernet. Okay? What you want to make sure is that you set up your NAS, plug it in, and also plug it into your router with an Ethernet cable. And that Ethernet cable comes supplied with the NAS. Once it's set up, let's go over to our Mac and start to administrate it and use it with iTunes. First of all, you should have received a set of discs. This is the disc that comes with the Seagate Black Armor. This is the disc that comes with the Buffalo. Whatever NAS you've chosen, they all come with a disc that I'd like you to place into the Mac and install the appropriate software. We've done that already for purposes of this tutorial, but at this point what you might want to do is pause the video and install this piece of software. All right? Now, if you have the software installed, we're going to do a couple things. The first thing that we need to do is open up iTunes and change a couple settings. So you'll see here, this is iTunes version 11.0, and there's some existing music. Your collection probably has existing music. These are files that I've either ripped myself or downloaded tracks and bought from the iTunes store. All right, we're going to go up to this iTunes menu. And under iTunes, there's an item called Preferences. We need to change 2 things. First of all, let's start with the General tab here on the left-hand side. What we're going to do is change the import settings. That means future CDs that you might want to rip, we're going to change it. Its default setting is AAC encoder 128, which we think is a low fidelity, not optimal format for you to rip future CDs. And in fact, chances are you probably had us rip it to either Apple Lossless or MP3. If you change it here to Apple Lossless, its setting is automatic. You say OK. Any future CDs you rip will be in Apple Lossless. Now let's go to the Advanced tab. The Advanced tab shows your iTunes media folder location. This is where all the files sit and reside if the files you bought, if you rip future CDs or if you buy tracks. However, when using a NAS, we're going to leave those files on the NAS. So we want to uncheck these 2 boxes or make sure that this setting is unchecked. First of all, keep media folder organized. Let's uncheck that. We don't need iTunes messing around with our folder structure. And more importantly, let's uncheck this box, copy files. Because otherwise, when you bring your files in from the NAS, it's going to add them to the C drive of your computer and probably fill up your Mac. Then you say OK. So now iTunes is all set. I'm going to minimize this. And we're going to use the piece of software that was downloaded from the NAS. In this case, we're going to use the Black Armor Discovery software. I'm going to click on it. And you'll see that on our network, it found 2 NASs, one called Backup, one called Classical. Chances are you'll only find one. In this case, you have the ability to do 2 things. First of all, what we can do is manage the server. And this is a way to log into the actual NAS and be able to administrate it, changing passwords, changing rights, privileges, adding folders, that sort of thing. Our default login for whatever NAS you bought is always admin as the username and password as the password. And then once you say log in, you'll notice that this is being done through Safari, which is a browser. It'll give you the system status in General Setup, where you can go here and change notifications. You can do firmware updates. You can do backups. all sorts of things with your NAS and be able to see what the storage looks like. For purposes of this is how you access the NAS, this is how you change settings, this is how you put in notifications. We don't need to change anything, so we're going to just go ahead and log out. And let's close out our Safari browser. Let's go back to this Seagate Discovery module. And what we want to do is be able to access the music folder. You'll see one called lossless in most cases, or MP3. But I'm going to say music, and I'm going to say mount the share. And what the Mac is going to do is ask for that password. So we're going to say it's a guess. Well, let's say registered user. And we're going to go in and put the admin and password information. And we can remember this and say connect. All right. Now when we go down to Finder, we should be able to see that NAS, and here's its IP address. So when I click on it, it says connecting, and we can open the folder called music, and you'll see these are a bunch of different jobs that we have for different customers. I'm going to pick this one as an Apple job, and we're going to import that into iTunes. So now that we found our music in Finder, all right, and we have the folder on our NAS opened up in a window, we're going to go over here to iTunes and bring that back up, and let's clean this up a little bit. And now you have the folders on the NAS identified, and you should see a folder called MP3 or M4A, and you have your iTunes library over here. All you need to do is highlight this folder and drag it in over here to iTunes. Now what it's going to do is take a moment, and it's going to take some time, but it's going to add all the folders from this particular NAS. All right. Now for the sake of brevity, I'm going to stop this, but you should not stop this process. Allow it to add all the files. Remember, it's not copying any files to your local C drive of your Mac, but it's doing it, it's adding the files to iTunes so you can see and control it. Now remember also that you should have your Mac connected via Ethernet down here on your Mac. Do not try to do this process if you're not Ethernet connected. Don't do it wirelessly. It will take way too long. Now for brevity, I'm going to stop this. And now you're going to see that it's added a number of albums to our collection. And you can see in iTunes now we have a number of albums and all the artwork shows up. All right, and you can scroll through and see all the different albums with its associated artwork. Or you can scroll it by artist here. All right, so we can see Vladimir Ashkenazy and the Piano Sonatas Beethoven's. You can even sort by genre here on the left and see your ballet, your classical, your concerto, your hip-hop, your jazz, your Latin, New Age, etc. So that's how you bring the files into iTunes from a NAS. We hope this video helped you out. And again, thanks for using ReadyToPlay.